Hello students, I am Safia, your science teacher. Today we are going to learn a new topic. Let us have a small discussion. I would like you to imagine what I am going to say now. Last year, when you are in 5th class, there was a lot of difference, right? That you can see difference in your body, right? Not only based on the class, we can say before last year, last year, or before 2 years. Okay, so based on the past years, there will be difference in your body. Your height has increased, your weight has increased or decreased. Okay, and there will be some changes, like your features will be changing, your face will be changing little, and you have seen that your hair and your nails are growing. Okay, so you can find different kinds of changes in our body itself. And not only that, we can find many changes in our surroundings, like a small seedling, a baby plant which you have sown the seeds last year, and this year it has grown into a plant. And after 4 to 5 years, that plant may grow into a tree. If it is a guava tree, then plant will slowly change into tree within some years. That means you will find different kind of changes around us. Not only that, you can see changes in the weather. Okay, changes in the seasons for every 4 months. Changes in the year, everything we can find changes. Not only that, you can see changes like when you are adding tea powder to the milk for making tea, what you will do, you will take milk and sugar, and in that a little amount of tea powder will be added. So when it is added, you will observe that white color milk will be changing into brownish color tea. So that means that is also a kind of change. When you are soaking a white color dress with a dark color dress, like if it is a red color shirt, if you are soaking with white color t-shirt, so red color dress will be the color will be fading away, and that will be a spot will be forming on the white shirt or white t-shirt. That means there is also change in the t-shirt. So that means we will find different kinds of changes around us. So our lesson name is also changes around us. So in this lesson, we are going to discuss about different kinds of changes we observe in nature, and as well as some artificial changes. So if you take examples, just now I said first example, the measurement which I have taken is the changes in human body. So changes in human body will take place year to year, month to month, for some days. Okay, your hair will be growing, your nails will be growing, and your height, weight will be growing, etc. will take place. That is what natural change. Whereas from even changes in the season is also natural one. But whereas some of the changes are artificial, which are not natural, like fading or getting spot on the t-shirt, or even conversion of milk to curd, or making of pot by using soil, that is clay soil, or making tea, making laddu, etc. All these are artificial or man-made changes. That means changes can be divided into two types, that is natural and man-made changes. Man-made are artificial changes. You will observe different kind of changes, like weathering of leaves, shedding of leaves, flower. A bird will be changing into flower, flower will be weathering the petals after 1 or 2 days. You will observe all these kind of changes. Now let us find out how to know whether change has taken place or not. How can we identify that certain change has taken place or not in the things which are present around us. So the first example which I am going to take is conversion of milk to curd. Conversion of milk to curd. To to get curd, what is done? Milk is used here. Only milk is used here? No, along with milk, sample of curd is also used here. So let us see how can we convert milk to curd. First of all, take a bowl and take some milk. Okay, take bowl and take some milk in the bowl. And add some amount of curd, say 1 spoon of curd or 2 spoon of curd. Based on the amount of milk we have to take the spoons. Okay, if it is less, then you have to take 1 spoon, it is more than enough. If it is the milk is more, you can take 2 spoons. So add that into this milk, add some amount of, that is what, sample of curd. Here 1 spoon is what? Sample of what thing? Curd. Sample of curd. So we are adding sample of curd into the milk, and you have to stir it properly. Mix this curd into the milk properly and leave this bowl containing milk and curd aside for some time, that is say 6 to 8 hours. After 6 to 8 hours, what you'll observe, what changes you'll find in this bowl? You'll find a layer of curd here. Milk has been converted into curd. Okay, so how can you find out that milk has converted into curd? By checking some of the points here. First one, take some milk and curd in 1 spoon or in 1 small bowl and do this comparison. You have to compare. Now first of all, compare the color of this curd and the milk. What do you observe? You will observe that milk is milky white in color, whereas curd is light creamish in color. It will be light curd will be white but little creamish in color. It's lightly creamish in color. And next one, see the state of the curd and milk. The curd will be not solid, not liquid. It is called as semi-solid. The state of the curd is called as semi-solid. Curd is semi-solid state, whereas milk is in liquid state. Okay, and then taste it. If you see the taste of it, taste of the milk will be sweet, whereas the taste of the curd is lightly sour or completely sour. So this is how we can see changes in the state, size, color and as well as the taste. So this will define that change has taken place. First we have taken milk. So we are comparing milk with curd. So as we have done comparisons, there are the changes in the milk and curd. So based on these changes, we can say that change has taken place. So why this change has taken place? For example, we have taken milk here. Do we have any special effects to be used? For example, when we are using milk, can we use cold milk also? Can this cold milk can be converted into curd? And what happens if you are not adding sample of curd to the milk? Do you think we will get the curd? Let us find out. So to do that, it is a small activity. You will observe this conversion of milk to curd. Okay, your mama will be doing, everyone, your sister will be doing. They will be doing this procedure. It is a common thing which will be done in every home. Same thing we are going to do, but in different conditions. So first required for this activity are 3 bowls, milk, curd, spoon. So what you have to do, first of all, take 3 bowls. So let us see, it is 1 bowl, 1, 2 and 3. Let us say this so it will be easy for us to get the observations and no confusion will be here. So in the first bowl you have to add cold milk. Okay, you have to add cold milk in the first bowl. And in second and third bowl we are adding warm milk. There is a difference in the cold milk and the warm milk. You know it better, right? So cold milk, which is ice cold, okay, which is very chilled one, and whereas a warm milk, it has been heated and it is not that much hot. Okay, it is warm. So we are taking milk in 3 bowls, but the conditions are what here? First one is a cold milk. Second and third we are adding warm milk. Now what to be added? Sample of curd. So in this first bowl you have to add 1 spoon of curd. In second also you have to add 1 spoon of curd. But in third one we are not going to add the sample of curd. In the first one we are adding 1 spoon of curd and mix it properly. So the complete curd should be mixed with the milk. In second one also we are adding spoonful of curd. Okay, mix it properly. The entire curd should be mixed with the milk. and in third one we are not going to add anything. Now cover these 3 bowls with the lid. Cover these 3 bowls with the lid and leave these bowls undisturbed for some hours. So for example, today we are doing this activity, you leave it like that for complete today. Tomorrow next day when you come to school, you will observe, we have to see this whether the milk has converted into curd or not and what are the conditions of these 3 bowls. So next day when we are coming back to school, now we are going to observe this whether milk has converted to curd or not. So the first one, you will observe that conversion of milk will not take place. Here curd will not be forming. In second one, you can find the curd has been formed. In third one, no curd has been formed. See, in these 3 also we have added milk. Milk is necessary, we have added. And in this we have added curd, in this we have not added curd. So what is the difference here? That is what here some of the conditions. See, in this we have added milk and we have added curd in the first bowl, but the milk was cold. Okay, so here curd has not formed. In second and third one we have added warm milk. Okay, we said cold milk is not suitable for conversion of milk to curd. Then we have added warm milk. But what happened when we have added warm milk in second and third one? But in third bowl we have not added the sample of curd. So as we have not added the sample of curd, here milk has not converted into curd. But whereas in the second bowl you can see we have we have taken warm milk and as well as we have added sample of curd. So that means not only warm milk but curd is also important for conversion of milk to curd. So these are the conditions. So why this milk, how this milk is able to convert into curd? That is because of a bacteria. So in that bacteria is called as lactobacillus. So bacteria is lactobacillus. This is the bacterium which is helpful in conversion of milk to curd. And what is this example, whether it is natural or artificial or man-made? It is artificial and man-made change. That is because we are intervention, we are interfering here. It is not a natural change. We should be involved in this kind of change. We have to heat the milk, we have to make it warm milk, we have to add the curd to it, then only it will convert into curd. If you are not present here, this milk to curd will not take place. The conversion of milk to curd will not take place. So conversion of milk to curd is a man-made change and the change has been taken place. And this is a permanent change because once the milk has converted into curd, we cannot get back the milk. Okay, so let me give one more example. Like when we are heating the milk, okay, or I can say ice. Let us take ice. If you are keeping the ice out from the refrigerator in the open place for some time, what will happen? Ice will change into water. Okay, again you keep that water into the refrigerator, water will change into ice. That means we can get back ice and we can get back the water. That is what temporary change. But whereas in the same way, can we get the milk from the curd? No, we can't get. Once the milk is converted into curd, we can't get the milk again. So conversion of milk to curd is a permanent change. And changes from ice to water and water to ice are temporary change. Next one is changes in season. How can you find out that season has changed? You see here every year there will be change in the seasons from summer to rainy, rainy to winter, winter to summer, summer to rainy. That means there is a cycle, season cycle, right? It is continuous. How can you find out that change has been taken place? Do we have any reasons or the causes of the change? Let us find out. Like in the first example, we have seen conversion of milk to curd has taken place. How we have decided or concluded that change has taken place? Based on some of the things like changes in the strain, changes in the size, color, and as well as changes in the taste. Based on this, we have concluded that milk is converted into curd. In the same way, how can we say that changes in the season has taken place? Do you find any changes in the clothing which we use? Yes, there will be change. In winter season, we wear woolen clothes. But as the season changes, we switch on to cotton clothes. Suddenly from woolen clothes, we will go for the cotton clothes. In the same way, in summer season, we will be drinking cold drinks or the cool juices and all the cold things will be used. Whereas if it is winter or rainy season, we'll switch for the hot coffee, hot milk, hot tea or the hot juices or hot soups. So there is a change, and not only that, you can see there is a change in the sunrise and sunset timings. That means the duration of day and night. If you observe, we are going to take 2 months, okay, of a year, that is May and December. In May we get summer season. May we will be having summer season, and in December we will observe winter season. So we have to observe this, the sunrise and sunset timings. So from sunrise to sunset timings is considered as a day, and from sunset to the next sunrise it is considered as a night. That means here in this activity we are going to see the duration of day and night. So if we observe the chart, you will observe that the duration of day in the May is longer, and duration of day in the December is shorter. Okay, in May the duration of day is longer, whereas the duration of night is shorter. In December the duration of day is smaller. Where should I write here? Smaller. And the duration of night is longer. So in May duration of day is longer and the night is shorter. Whereas in December the duration of day is smaller and the duration of night is longer. So based on this activity we can see, based on the duration of day and night also we can decide that changes in the season has taken place. So for every change there will be a cause and a reason, which we will be learning in the next part of the video. So students, your homework is to learn and write the activity, that is conversion of milk to curd. You have to think and write what things are required. Just now I have explained what things are required and what are the conditions required to convert milk into curd. That you have to write once in your classwork. Read it well because it is an important activity and it is very useful to know how changes has taken place. I hope everyone is seeing the video with interest and concentration and writing the exams well without cheating. Listen carefully and go thoroughly with properly through it. Thank you. Bye-bye.